It would be an impressive victory for Juve, made even more so by the fact they beat Valencia by 2-0, having been reduced to 10 men for much of the game, and it is that red card for Cristiano Ronaldo that everybody is talking about. It's the first time he's ever been sent off in the Champions League, his 11th in his professional career. Such a strange sending off, Craig, because obviously we're watching the main feed and then we're looking at other feeds as well, trying to see if there was something that we missed. And we didn't seem to miss anything. It was a very soft decision.
Yeah, camera angles were abysmal. That's another story. There didn't seem enough in it to me at all.
Because he just kind of seemed to brush his head?
Yeah, but I think what will happen here is I don't think UEFA will rescind it. Because I don't believe it was a red card at all, but I don't believe they will, because they will point to there was contact or a pull of the hair or whatever, and they'll say, well, you're not allowed to do that. So, you know, they won't. I don't think they'll rescind it.
Really?
I don't.
But you don't think it was a red card? Was it even a yellow card?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they will budge on it because they will back the referees. I mean, this is what we've got here. We've got Europe's elite competition, and we got the World Cup, which is a great success with VAR, big pressure. We've got most of the leagues in Europe, most of the leagues with VAR, and here we have the elite of the elite, and we're relying on a couple of extra officials with their sticks behind the goal, which I know they maybe last night in the Liverpool's game they got some decisions correct, but we're talking about one of the greatest players in the world here in a competition that they're trying to win and why he's at the club, and I think that could have potentially cleared that up.
I think...
Was it a red card, Chet?
No, not for me. I agree wholeheartedly with everything Craig says, including the fact that I don't think UEFA turned this over for two reasons. One is Cristiano Ronaldo, and the concern is if they do, all of a sudden they'll be accused of showing preferential treatment to one of the biggest stars in the competition. And secondly, I always feel that there has to be real need to overturn a referee's decision. He does make contact with the opponent's head, and that will be enough for them. Again, I think it's an absolutely horrendous decision. I hope that UEFA do the right thing and overturn it, but it will surprise me if they do.
Gab Marcotti with us. Gab, was it a red card?
No, it was nowhere near a red card. But I think in terms of rescinding it, as I understand UEFA's policy, they can't rescind it because the match official saw the incident. There's no. It's purely a question of interpretation. They can't afterwards look at the pictures and say, "Well, you interpreted this wrong." So in those situations, it's nearly impossible to go and rescind a red card.
Gab, I know you're very close to the UEFA president. What's his reasoning for not having VAR?
Well, he spoke about this in August in Monaco, and basically right now he said it's a technical issue in the sense that you need enough referees trained up with VAR. You need to have the right technology. They want to have one center where they can do that. They'd ideally like to introduce it from the start of the competition, in other words, from the preliminary rounds. He argued that they simply weren't set up to do it at this stage. But that said, there's no question. The clubs want VAR, and there's no real opposition to it. And I think also the fact that the new head of referees at UEFA, Roberto Rossetti, is the guy who was in charge of VAR for FIFA at the World Cup. So, they named him to lead the referees, and he's a guy who's probably the biggest expert on VAR in world football right now.